how can you make a woman never want to leave you, right? She always wants to be with you. Well, the thing is, at the start of a relationship between a man and a woman, it's very easy for a woman to say things like, oh, I love you so much, I want to be with you forever, I want to grow old with you, I want us to be together and never break up, give me your word that you'll be with me forever and all that sort of stuff. Yet, that doesn't mean anything if later on in the relationship, her feelings of respect, attraction, and love start to be ruined by the guy. For example, if a guy is confident at the start of a relationship and his woman falls in love with him and they have great sex together and they go on nice dates and holidays and vacations, but he eventually becomes insecure, needy, and clingy, then the promises that she made before don't mean anything. Right? She's going to change her mind about that. The way that it works is that a woman will go along with whatever relationship dynamic that you create and maintain. For example, with the guy who became insecure and clingy and jealous, if he had remained confident and didn't turn into that guy, then her attraction and respect and love for him would have been maintained, and she would have gone along with that. Okay, she's got herself a man who is confident and she's in love with and she respects and she feels attracted to. Great, they stay together. Yet, if he changes and becomes insecure and clingy and jealous, then okay, that's what she's got now, and therefore her feelings are not going to be there anymore. Women are not attracted and turned on by emotional weakness in men, such as insecurity, neediness, clinginess, and so on. Right? Women are attracted to confidence in men, self-belief, self-esteem, determination. That's the sort of thing that attracts women to men in the first place and maintains their attraction. So what you need to understand about women in relationships is that they essentially wait to see where it goes. They follow the man's lead. Right? If you think about when a woman is dancing with a man, right? They're doing that ballroom dancing sort of thing. What do women like? They like it when the man leads. The man leads the dance and she goes along with him, right? She feels feminine and she enjoys it, right? She doesn't like it if a man just stands there awkwardly going, oh, I don't really know what to do here. You lead. Then she has to take the lead and the dance feels awkward for her. Then think about what women do when it comes to dating. They go out to bars and clubs and places like that, and what do? They stand around looking pretty. Right? They're waiting for the man to come over and take the lead and make something happen. The same applies with relationships. Women go along with what the man does. And a woman is at her happiest when a man creates the relationship dynamic where she is his woman. Right? She's not his friend, she's not his partner, she's not his neutral buddy or anything like that. She's not 50-50 with him, she's his woman. That's what makes a woman the happiest. You won't hear women admitting that in public because they're embarrassed to admit that they want to be a man's woman. Yet when you see a woman who is the happiest with her man and she looks at him with loving eyes, she cuddles into his arm, she kisses him, she's attentive towards him, she respects him, she does nice things for him, and she is happy doing that, that's when she's his woman. It's not when they're neutral partners in life and they're 50-50, and it's not when she is the boss and he does whatever she says, and it's also not when she's a pain in the butt and he puts up with it. Right? It's when she is his woman. She looks up to him, respects him, and she actually gets pleasure and happiness out of being a good woman for him. Right? When she does good things for him and is nice to him, it actually makes her happy. Yet, a woman isn't going to give that to a man unless he creates that type of relationship dynamic. What women usually do is they give that at the start, right? They're very passive and they might be a little bit submissive and they are really nice to the guy and they get him into a relationship. But if the guy doesn't maintain the dynamic of him being the man and her being his woman, then the whole thing changes, right? She begins to change. She loses interest in having sex with him. She stops being affectionate towards him. She stops respecting him and listening to what he says. She starts being a pain in the butt, right? She starts wanting to get everything her way, and if he doesn't do it, she throws a tantrum or gives him the silent treatment. What happens for a lot of guys at that point is the guy then starts to become angry, or he becomes insecure, or he starts to treat her badly because he wants to get her back for treating him badly, and the whole relationship starts to fall apart. So the secret of how to make a woman never want to leave you is to flick that switch in her mind that makes her your woman. Not your partner, not your friend, not your equal buddy, none of that stuff. Right? That's politically correct, confused people out there that don't really know how to maintain a relationship between a man and a woman. The answer is to make her your woman. And that is actually what she wants. That is what makes her happy. Just think about those women that you see that are so happy with their man, where she cuddles into his arms, she looks at him with loving eyes, she's attentive, she's affectionate, she treats him well, she respects him, she listens to what he says. She's his woman. Then you think about those guys who get treated badly by their woman. She's a pain in the butt, she puts him down, she throws a tantrum and expects everything to go her way. In relationships like that, the man isn't in the power position and he's headed for a breakup, or he's headed for getting cheated on, or he's headed for a divorce. By the way, if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more, I recommend that you watch or listen to my program, Make Her Love You for Life. In the program, you'll learn exactly how to make your woman respect you, feel sexually attracted to you, and be totally in love with you for life. When you have this knowledge, you don't have to live in fear that your woman is going to cheat on you or leave you one day. What you need to understand is that when you hear statistics like approximately 50% of relationships or marriages end in a breakup or divorce, what that actually means is that approximately 50% of relationships and marriages don't end up in a breakup or divorce. What you need to know is that it is possible to keep a relationship together for life, and it is possible to make your woman love you for life. Yet, a lot of people just don't get to experience that. One study that I came across found that 60% of couples were unhappy in their relationship or marriage. What do you think the problem is there? In most cases, it's going to be that the man hasn't flicked that switch in his woman's mind and made her become his woman. Right? That's what she actually wants. A woman is at her happiest when she loves and respects and feels so attracted to her man that she gets pleasure out of doing nice things for him, right? She gains pleasure from that. She enjoys cooking for him. She enjoys sucking him off. She enjoys being nice to him, being affectionate, listening to him, and being a good woman for him. That actually makes her happy. Yet when you hear about men and women who are unhappy in their relationship, just take a look at the relationship dynamic, right? The woman isn't the man's woman. They're equal partners, neutral buddies, or the woman is in charge, right? The woman is wearing the pants. It's just not the way to have a happy, sexual, loving relationship with a woman. Right? What she wants and what a woman is waiting for when you're in a relationship with her is to flick that switch in her mind. Make her be your woman. Right? Make her take on that role where she gains pleasure from doing good things for you. Right? It makes her happy to be a good woman for you. That's what women really want. Another thing to point out is that women are hardwired to not want to break up with their man. But if you think about what happens when a man and a woman are in a sexual relationship, it can often result in the woman getting pregnant, right? So a woman has a natural tendency to want to make a man fall in love with her and stay with her. If they happen to have a child one day, she doesn't want to have to then raise that on her own or go out there and have to attract another guy and hopefully get him to accept the fact that she's already got a child, right? She has a natural tendency to want to find a man and stick with him. And the best way to make a woman want to stick with you for life and never want to leave you is to flick that switch in her mind where she gets to be your woman. What makes her happy is being good to you, right? Is pleasing you. It actually makes her happy to do that. Again though, you won't get women admitting that in public. They don't want to go around saying that, but just look at the women who are the happiest with their man, and that is how they behave.